Dave Smith, his whole thing is this brutal occupation that's been going on since 1967 is a disaster. That's what he sounds like.
He's like, Palestinians don't have any rights. The conclusion is, what do you expect? What rights do they have?
Well, those that live under the Palestinian Authority, which I explained was established through the Oslo Accords, should be voting for their leadership. Unfortunately, there was one election and never again. Mahmoud Abbas, I think, is now in the 20th year of his 4-year term. And it's true that the Palestinians are appallingly treated by their leadership, by the PA, in the West Bank and have been subjugated by Hamas since their violent takeover in 2007 in the Gaza Strip. Israel has nothing to do with either of those situations. We come on to this concept of occupation. First question you need to ask is, who was it occupied from? To which invariably these people have no answer, because the reality of the situation is that ever since Israel's Declaration of Independence in 1948, Israel inherits the pre-existing administrative lines of the British Mandate that preceded it. So the territory that we're talking about was originally Israeli sovereign territory. And what we have seen in the West Bank is a series of legal frameworks, administrative frameworks, first in 1967, when Israel recovered that territory from Jordanian occupation. This rule, called uti possidetis iuris, is a rule that is established to create clean lines, stability, certainty, to prevent fratricidal struggles. When people say that Palestinian Arabs living in the West Bank are subject to different laws, there are two important layers of that to be aware of. One is, of course, Palestinian Authority law, because they govern areas A and B, which many people seem to be unaware of. But the other is the legal framework that Israel applied, which mandates, for example, that Israel have military courts in the West Bank, in particular in Area C, where it has retained administrative and security control.
A is Arab, B is mixed, and C is Jewish.
So B is Israeli security control, but Palestinian Authority civil control. So when it comes to planning and zoning or, the taking out of the rubbish.
So the PA should be taking care of it, but it doesn't.
Because Mahmoud Abbas prefers to come to the United Nations and slam his fist on the table and play the part of, world leader rather than take the trash out.